Hello, everyone. Welcome to Art Time. It's Friday. It's super chill up in here. And today I got some new watercolors in the mail, which is super duper exciting. These, if you can tell. And so I am going to be just opening them up and putting them in my palette and swatching them. And hey, Moodgren, how are you? Welcome to the stream. Once again, you come in and I'm playing Ghost on the radio. I'm so sorry. There are other songs in this playlist, I promise. But yeah, so I am just gonna be painting, I guess. Probably nothing super complicated, but just having some chill times. So I got this in the mail today. It's a set of 6 different watercolor colors. But rock is fine. Yeah, I know. I know your true feelings. It was Sabrina Carpenter before. Is that any better? I have stuff in my playlist that would kill you. Which is not something I say to be proud of it, but I do not know what we will hear. This is all of the songs that every year I make a playlist, like a mega playlist of all the songs that I like found and listened to that year. This is my 2025 playlist, and it's 18 hours, almost 19 hours. And I don't know what the fuck is in here, so we're just gonna see. But yeah. Oh wow, it's so cool. It's so pretty. This is called the Colors of Inspiration set from Daniel Smith. I splurged on these watercolors for Black Friday. They were on sale, and you know, they're still a little bit pricey because they're nice watercolors, but sometimes you need to get nice things so that you don't use cheap things and suffer. Oh, it comes with a little sticker. That's so cute. Yeah, I'll rep Daniel Smith. Sure, why not? I didn't realize that it had a brochure. What is this? Oh, they have different sets. That's really cool. So this is the Colors of Inspiration set. It has Wisteria, Lavender, Rose of Ultramarine, Moonglow, Shadow Violet, and Serpentine Genuine. I see they have some other cool sets, but see what is in here. You know what's funny is that I didn't realize, is Daniel Smith based out of Seattle? That would be so weird because, not to, you know, dox myself, but Seattle is where I live. But I got this set from North Carolina, a shop in North Carolina. So that would be pretty ironic. I don't want to, I feel like I'm going to break this by opening it, but okay, no. We're good. Little foam piece. It's fun. Okay. And there they are. There's the little watercolors. So normally my palette looks like so the watercolors that I use most of the time, I pilfered from my mom, but they are from tubes, and so they look more like this. This is my usual palette. Then we have some random gouaches on the side. But normally my watercolors look like this, and I don't get them in the like set pans. And also there's a random X-Acto knife that I just randomly that lives in my watercolor palette. This X-Acto blade has lived in my watercolor palette for so long, and I don't know why or where it came from or what to do with it, because I don't have anywhere to store it really. I did at some point have a matchbox full of X-Acto blades, and it's around here somewhere, but I don't know where. So, whatever. But oh, you know what? I'm gonna hang on. I'm gonna go to my jukebox, so to speak, and just sort of wiggle the cue around, because I realized there was an album I wanted to listen to. But yeah, these are so cute. And what I'm gonna do is, so I got this set that's these 6-color sets, but then I also got some other colors. These are 5 milliliter tubes. Is that milliliters? ML? But the 5 ml tubes of a couple of other colors that I am missing from this palette. So this palette is, it's got a lot of warm colors, a lot of browns and oranges and reds and yellows, which I am sure that I must have done on purpose because most of my characters are like gold or brown or some, you know, like have red hair. Suma's fucking just yellow. But I was missing a lot of cool colors. And I was missing a couple of shades of green. I was missing a couple of shades of purple and blue. So that's kind of what I focused on getting with these new tubes. So in addition to the colors in the half pan set, I also got this, which is Quinacridone Rose, which I will be showing that. I will be showing the actual paint of it. Jadeite Genuine, which is a very beautiful, like, foresty green. Perylene Violet, which is a beautiful, like, sort of violetish red, almost a little bit brown. It's like the color of, like, drying blood almost, which is not, so that sounds gross, but it's not brown, but it's a very pretty color. I don't know how to describe it. Wine colored almost, but a little more muted than that. And this is Manganese Blue Hue, which is a very bright and vibrant blue, which the two blues that I have are, one is cerulean, and the other, I don't know actually what it is. It might be phthalo blue, but I truly don't know. But it's a bit darker, and I didn't have something very bright and like vibrant, so that's what the manganese blue is for. But yeah, so I'm gonna put these into, luckily this half pan set that has the 6 colors in it has some extra little areas. Possibly they are for mixing, but I'm gonna put, because I don't have any room in my other palette, so I'm gonna put, oh, actually, you know what I realized I should do? I should probably, I think you're supposed to like sort of wiggle the tube around, like massage the tube a little bit to make sure that all of the paint is mixed together, and there's not like binding agent sort of lingering around inside of it. So I'm just gonna just gently massage my tube, if you don't mind. And I'm gonna do that for all of them. And then I'm gonna do that with all of them. And do it with this one too. Okay. There we go. All right, so these having been massaged, I'm going to put them into the pans, and I don't know how much I should put, but, and do I want to, okay, where do I want to put them? Maybe I will put them on the sides, and then I will leave the top row open for mixing. I was reading a cool article the other day on watercolor that was like, if you are a beginner to watercolor, what colors should you get to start off? And it was basically like yellow and blue and red, because obviously the color wheel, you can make any color from yellow, blue, and red in various shades. But I have such a hard time mixing colors, because then I don't know, I just feel like every time I mix a color and I'm like, hell yeah, I love this color, I can never find out how to mix it quite the same again, because it turns out different every time, and that really, I don't know, that just really bothers me. And I get dopamine from getting new colors. I think is also part of it. So now you can use these wet, because they're not dry yet, because like watercolors usually, you know, when they're in the pan they're dry, but you can use them when they're still squishy wet. Oh god, oh Jesus, oh my god, it's getting all over my fingers. Oh my god. Why is the Jade like this? Oh my god, it's like bursting open. This is embarrassing. That's a curse. I have the same thing for mini painting. Yes, it happened to me too when I have painted minis before. Yeah, it's exactly the same issue. Um okay. So we're just gonna have a little bit of jadeite over there. You know what? I can dip my little fingers in my water and wash them, because I have a little cup of water over here. I did have a paper towel. Okay. Isn't that such a pretty color of green, though? I don't know. I'm very excited. Okay, and now I have a slightly green hand. It's hard to tell on the video, but it is slightly green. Okay, and let's hope that that's the only one that's gonna do that. Maybe I should open it not sideways. Maybe I should open it vertically. Oh, it's like coming out. You rascal. You rascal. Okay. I think I have either 2 or 3 like pan refills worth in these 5 milliliter tubes, because watercolor goes a long way. So I'm gonna assume that these are gonna last me a long time, unless I start using one of these colors for every single painting. And I'm gonna put them up here for now. Okay, so yeah, new colors! I'm so excited. What I was planning on doing, so where am I gonna put this? Let's put this over here for now to hang out. And what I was gonna do is, I saw some other people online doing this, and so obviously I also want to try it because it feels satisfying. I saw people making like a little swatch graph. Like, it's a very cool little thing. How many colors do I have? There's 10, I guess, colors in my new set of colors. So what I was thinking of doing, oh, actually this works out quite well, because my paper is about 10 inches, although what I think I might want to do is I might want to have it just be 3/4 of an inch. Is that going to be really annoying? I think probably 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 3/4. 2, 3, 2, 3. There's a method to my madness. I promise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then 1, 2, 3, 10. Great. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, great. Now I just have to do that again. Although it's not going to work vertically because, hang on. I'm getting ahead of myself. Getting ahead of myself. Okay. 3/4. Just trying to make a graph, man. But it's gonna look so good when it's done. 1, 2, 3. And 1, 2, 3. Okay, and then I think, in theory, these should line up. And you probably can't see what I'm doing because I am using my non-photo blue pencil. So specifically, this pencil does not get captured by the camera very well. That's sort of intentional, but you know. And why am I doing this? Mostly just to see what the colors look like on actual paper and how they mix together. Because these are all colors I'm not super familiar with and haven't used before, and so I want to see them all side by side and also want to see how they mix together. And one day, maybe, if I'm really ambitious, maybe I will do this swatch graph with these 10 colors plus all of the colors that I have in my other palette, but that would be a huge swatch graph because I have 18 colors in my other, well, more like 17 sort of, because one of the colors in my regular palette is not really a color, it's just gold sparkles. So I don't really count that one, but okay. So we're gonna move Mr. Palette for just a sec over here. Put my little sticker in here for this. And okay. So 10, how am I gonna do this? This is probably gonna be 1/2 inches, I suppose. And we will start here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then I'll have some room on the sides to write the letters. Or letters? What am I saying? Write the names of the colors. One, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And then do this. You know what? I was this is so random. But I was remembering when you said something about butt music, and I was thinking, I am sitting here thinking about, I don't know if anyone has ever heard the Hieronymus Bosch butt music, but if you haven't, you should look it up. This is my public service for anyone who has not heard Hieronymus Bosch butt music. Just look it up. Just look it up. I don't know that I could explain it any better than it's self-explanatory, I feel. Um but anyway, I just this is my gift to you. I should Do you think Kobu's has Hieronymus Bosch butt music? I think probably not. I should look though. I am using Kobu's now instead of Spotify because, you know, of all the reasons why Spotify sucks. Um so I don't have my thing is set up to tell you guys what song is playing because I had that set up for Spotify. I haven't set it up for Kobu's yet, but hopefully my audio settings are okay and um Twitch Twitch will not be able to hear the music that is playing and mute it. Okay. Swatches are almost here. So what I'm gonna do is let's do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it does this column, not really gonna be relevant, I don't think. That's just gonna be a blah column. Yeah, it is. It's such a good concept, but you know what the funny thing is about it? It um is it's really funny because you're like, haha, you know, this little hell creature in the Hieronymus Bosch painting has sheet music that it's playing like through its butt, and it's like, that's funny. But then you go and look it up, and the song fucking slaps. It's such a good song, and you're like, this butt song has no right to be this good. It's delightful. It tickles me so. Um, okay, so this is quinacridone rose. I guess I will go across. So we'll start here and then go across this row and then this. So quinacridone rose. Is it wisteria or lavender that is? I think it's wisteria first and then lavender. Yeah, wisteria and then lavender. It is more coherent than I would have expected, right? It like actually sounds like a real song. And then I'm like, who composed that? Because it couldn't have been Hieronymus Bosch himself. He's an artist. Although, I don't know, people in olden times sometimes just had way more skills than they had any right to have. And there's Rose of Ultramarine is a crazy name. And then what did I put? I think this is the jadeite on the far right. And then we have the Caroline, I can't write, violet, moonglow, shadow, violet. Serpentine Genuine, which I'm calling a Serp because it's easier. And manganese blue hue. Okay. So soon I will actually be able to paint, which will be exciting. All right, and then we just have to do that again. Quinn Rose, Wisteria, Lavender. Why can't I remember what those? Oh, Rose of Ultramarine. Rose of You is what it's gonna be. Jadeite. Cool. We're just abbreviating some of those names. All right. Now, the fun part, where I get to actually see what the colors look like. I'm so excited! I have been waiting for so long for this package to come. Not that long, because I guess last Friday was when I ordered it, and it was not that long ago, but it feels like a long time. Maybe I want a different brush. What brush do I want, actually? Doesn't really matter that much, I don't think. I guess I'll just do this one. Up here. Yay, I'm glad you are off work. Congratulations. Friday afternoons are hard, but you made it, which is very exciting. Congratulations. Truly TGIF. Ooh, that's such a pretty color. I'm already feral about it. Ah, it's so pretty. It's like such a vibrant pink, which is something I don't really have. I have maybe it's a magenta type color, but it's not very vibrant. It's a little bit desaturated and dark. So it's really fun to have such a... It looks even crazy bright on the screen. I tried to get my camera to be as true to the real life color as possible. It might be a little bit saturated. Hang on, let me see if... I think that might be a little bit more accurate. But yeah, it's very nice. And the wisteria, I will have to water up a little bit because he's dry. So the idea is that the diagonal is sort of the quote-unquote pure colors where the, you know, wisteria and wisteria interact or interconnect, and then you just sort of fill in all the other spaces with combinations of the colors to see what they look like when you mix them, or... Yeah, my room has weird lighting because I don't have any It's all, I have very warm lighting in my office. So I have to do a bit of color correction on the video, but I think it's, right now it looks fairly true to life, I think, at least in OBS. Um, at some point, I will probably get like a more bubblegummy pink type color, but I figure if I have this sort of more bright and saturated one, I can just dilute it a little bit or even like just slap some white gouache over it. It should be fine. So this is lavender. The wisteria and lavender were very important for me to get because I really have been needing. So I have two purple characters, and one of them is more of a warm tone, and one of them is more of a cool tone. And right now, I only had a very specific shade of purple. And basically, they are wisteria and lavender. So I was like, as soon as I saw this palette had both of those colors, I was like, hell yeah, it's Sully and Zisha colors. Pretty much exactly. Wow, that's really nice. And then I don't know how the Rose of Ultramarine is gonna compare to like the quinacridone rose or the Perylene Violet. I don't know what Rose of Ultramarine means. I mean, I've seen like examples of it, but I'm curious. Ooh, it's really nice. It's warm. It's warm and it's about as dark as the other purple I have, but it is the other purple that I have, I think might be just regular violet, possibly, and it's a lot bluer. And this is a really nice, oh, thanks. That means a lot. I've been trying to get more knowledgeable about colors lately because color theory is really hard and doesn't make sense. It was sort of makes sense, but I've been trying to get a little bit better at learning about color and value and like how different colors interact with each other and all that kind of stuff, because I feel like that is a level of understanding that I have sort of left by the wayside in the past. But if you can get a handle on it, it can really change how your stuff looks. Okay, that's very dark. This is the jadeite, which is a cool green, cool darkish green. I do think that I put too much water. Oops. And the other thing that I want to, now that I've been doing more watercolor and gouache, and like traditional stuff, something that I want to fill in the gaps in my knowledge about is like where each color gets its pigment from, because there's different kinds of pigments that like affect different things like the granulation. Like when a watercolor dries, sometimes it dries really smooth, sometimes it dries with pigment like granules in it, that gives it like a specific look, and certain pigments do that and certain pigments don't. Some pigments like really overpower a mix and you have to use like only a little bit of them. Some are more subtle, and I don't always know the difference about which ones are going to do which thing. And so that is also something that is a goal that I have now that I've been working with more traditional art, to sort of figure out that. But yeah. Ew. Yes, yes. Oh, the Paroline Violet is so pretty. I knew as soon as I saw pictures of it on the internet that it was going to be my favorite, but it is seriously, not to be a color nerd, but it's so good. Yeah, and like, there's different types of whites. Like I don't know, um, I don't know all the different varieties, but for example, in gouache, like there's you can have zinc white or titanium white, or I think there's maybe another kind, but it like changes how it behaves based on what pigment it is, which is it's crazy. It's so interesting though, and I want to learn more about that. Um, and like this color that I'm about to put down, Moon Glow, is apparently a combination of three different pigments, and if you sort of water it down and let the pigments spread out in an area, it has like this sort of tritone look to it. Um, like when they're all mixed together, they look like one color, but then if you water it down, sometimes they can separate in interesting ways, which is really cool. I think the jadeite might also be one like that, and I think I can even see it in the jadeite swatch that I've just done. I feel like I can see like some of the pigment is a little warmer and some of it is a little cooler. I don't know which pigments it's made out of though. But yeah, the moon glow is really nice. It's very subtle, purpley black kind of thing. And then this is, I don't know how the moon glow is gonna be different than the shadow violet. I don't know what shadow violet means. I don't know what pigment that is. Gonna get into muddling and paint making? Who knows? Who knows what I might do? It sounds cool, doesn't it? I don't know that I have the equipment or space or money for paint making, but I'll certainly appreciate other people doing it. Okay, that's weird. The shadow violet is kind of indescribable. It's a little bit indescribable. It's like it's sort of brown, but it's sort of not brown. It's sort of purple, but it's sort of not brown. I don't understand. The shadow violet is perplexing to me. I do not understand it. And one of the things about watercolors is that you're not supposed to use like pure black, because like you can make a black pigment, but it's not as interesting and like rich as if you use other dark colors that are more like I think a lot of people use Payne's Gray, which is almost, it has like a bluish tint. to it. I think that's what I have in my palette, but I could see using either the Moonglow or the Shadow Violet like as a black, basically. This is the Serpentine Genuine. I don't know what genuine means, because the Jadeite is Jadeite Genuine, and this is Serpentine Genuine, and I'm like, I don't know what does the genuine mean? Oh, is it really? Yeah, I could definitely see that. I mean, I feel like that's just a color theory thing, is that like even if you make a black or gray pigment, like my mom was trying to tell when my mom was trying to teach me art when I was young, she was like, there's not just gray or black. Like black and gray have different colors of themselves. Like there's warm grays and cool grays and like warm blacks and like cool blacks and all these kinds of things. And I like couldn't comprehend that when I was younger. I was like, I don't what do you mean? Black is just black. It's the absence of color. It doesn't um it's just black. And but I understand now that I understand what I was trying to say, but I was also wrong. So, um if you I guess that would be like Vanta black or something, like really 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 black, but like otherwise there's different flavors of it, and that's just true, I guess. Ooh! This is the manganese blue. It's so beautiful. What the heck? That's so vibrant. I'm really happy with this set of colors, man. This is exactly what I wanted. I mean, I did do research to make sure it was what I wanted, but I'm very pleased. It's so bright. Look at that. Ugh. Okay. Hang on one sec. Okay, I'm back. I had to blow my nose. I'm still a little bit um under the weather, but not too much anymore. I'm doing even better than Wednesday when I was playing Mass Effect. I was really struggling during Mass Effect because I was having such a nice time. I wasn't struggling in that way, but my voice was not quite there yet. I was still in the coughing zone, but I was like, I am so determined to play today because it's been too long and I want to do this. So I did, and I lived, but it was hard. But I'm really excited to be getting back to that game and just streams in general because I have a lot of fun doing it, and I was so sad to be indisposed for so long. Okay. This is gonna be Wisteria and Quinacridone Rose. I don't know how this is gonna go. I'm not the best at blending watercolors yet. I do much better with layering. Blending is still a bit arcane to me, but I will do my best. And then they will sort of blend together as it dries, they will blend together a little bit more too. But I will sort of push them around to combine them a little bit. And let's see, let's do... I guess I want to do one that doesn't touch that square so that it doesn't blend. I will do maybe I will go this way. Go diagonally. Oops, my blue was not dry and my arm fucked it up. That's okay. That's fine. All right. So what is this gonna be? Lavender and wisteria. So we'll do wisteria over here. And I did. I blew it. I blued it. I did. It's true. I'm always doing this. And then beep, 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 beep. It's going to be a lot more interesting when I combine colors that, by all means, should not go together. Like, for example, if I tried the... What if I tried... like... the rose and the jadeite, like what would that even do? I have literally no idea how that would look. No idea. But we shall see momentarily. Okay, and I definitely remember which one it was. This one. Ew, my finger! My finger is doing it again! Oh my god. This is a constant issue I have. This is not unique to this moment. This is always happening to me. Okay. That's cool. I like to see how they interact. What else could I try? Let's see. Something probably on the left side of the paper because of my issue. What do I want to try? Maybe the rose and lavender. Just go across the top. Anyway, I know this is not like the most exciting thing that I could be doing, but I just like playing around. And I find it interesting. Cuz I like to test out I like to test things out before I try to use it in an actual painting and I'm like, "Oh, these colors actually look so ugly together" or something. It's nice to just make sure that they do what you think they're gonna do, or if they don't do what you think they're gonna do, like knowing, like, oh, maybe these are actually cool together, even though I didn't think they were gonna be. Like, the lavender and the rose look great together. Yeah, this album that is on is by the Darumas. They're very good. I really like the Darumas. I'll do this one. I have a couple pieces that I was waiting for these colors to come in before I wanted to paint them because I knew that I would want to use some of these colors for like those characters, and so that is probably what I will be. Yes, exactly. It's like it sounds like K-pop, but it's I don't know where they're from. I should, but it is Spanish. Yeah, it's a really cool sort of fusion. I really like it. And this is their album Daruma's Plus. They have another self-titled album that was first. This is I think their second, or it's either their second album or it might just be a like enhancement of their first album. I don't honestly remember at this point. Okay, and then I am gonna remember which one the moon glow is. I am. It's this one. this weekend I have to design a new character because I got into a new Pathfinder game, which is very exciting, even though I'm scared to learn Pathfinder. I mean, luckily, I've been playing Starfinder, as you know, um, which is basically the same but different. Uh, but I'm always intimidated by new games. But I have to draw my character so I can have a token, and also so that I know what he looks like. So that is one of my projects for this weekend. It's 2E. It's 2E. Yeah. Um I think a couple of the players have played 1E before. I don't know how much 2E everyone has played. But we are using second edition. I am playing a this is the most I feel shy even saying what my character is because I'm like anyone who knows me and the kind of characters I play is gonna be like, yeah, you would. um he's a elf Dampier swashbuckler. So that's what I'm doing. It's like the most cliche character I could have chosen. Um, but yeah. But yeah, I figure Starfinder and Pathfinder 2 are meant to be compatible, I think, right? So, same basic rules. We all have a type. Yeah, and I didn't think that I did, and then I was like, oh, but I could play because, I mostly play 5e historically anyway, and they don't really have dampiers in that besides homebrew, and so I've never gotten to do it before, and I'm like, yeah, I do want to be a vampire Carrie Elwes. Yes. Thank you. That's what I want. So that's what I'm doing. Okay, what am I doing now? It has so many options, like truly a ridiculous amount of options, almost too many. But I say that in a positive way. It's like extremely um yeah, I was noticing that everyone was talking about like there was a remastered edition, which I hadn't realized that they had done something like that. I don't know. I didn't know enough about it from before the remaster to know what the differences were for a lot of the things, but I I believe that Nethys just is up to date. I just assume Nethys is always up to date, so I am just whatever it tells me, I will do that. But yeah. 50% for rules balance, 50% to get away from Wizards of the Coast. Yeah, right, because one of the things that I had noticed in particular was because I was trying to, make a character, and so I was looking at all the character options, and one of the main things that had changed that I noticed was for the like versatile heritages, they like don't have, it's like not tieflings anymore, you know? It's like Nephilim or, you know, plain touched or whatever. Um and there was a lot of stuff like that where it was like we're just not, we're like renaming the things, we're changing the lore up so that it doesn't, so it's not D&D adjacent really as much anymore. Um so yeah, it was interesting. And there's so many classes as well compared to D&D, like, and they all have such unique flavor. I had a really hard time deciding what class to play because had I could like justify playing any class. I was like, if I was this class, this is what I would do, and if I was this class, this is what I would do. Um, and I ended up going swashbuckler because one of my friends who's in it is a gunslinger and is the Val Kilmer to my Carrie Elwes, uh, which is a good vibe. And archetypes on top of the class variety. Yeah, it's kind of insane actually, but I dig it. I dig it. Um, I was like, I don't know enough about this system to play some of these more complicated classes. Like, I did not want to play a spellcaster. I in D&D I'm not afraid of playing a spellcaster because I know every 5e spell that there is just because I've been playing that edition for so long. It's just what happens. But for a new game, and especially I don't really understand how spell slots work in Pathfinder. And so I was like, I'm not playing a spellcasting class. Um, but yeah, I'm excited to see them playing a gunslinger. Um, it should be cool. It should be fun. It ended up like every campaign. I feel like if you're familiar with the XKCD comic about carcinization, there's a similar concept, I think, for um, TTRPG campaigns, which is every campaign will eventually become a pirate campaign. But ours accidentally sort of became nautical from the start. We're on a boat. None of us are really sailors. That's not, you know, but we're on a boat. So, and my character is a criminal, quite literally. So it should be good, I think. But yeah. Okay, what is this? This is Rose. Drowning a real risk. Yeah, that's true. One of us does know how to drive the boat. It's definitely not my character, but one of us does know how to drive the boat. But apparently, even with the ability to drive the boat, there's still like a 25% chance or something of uh death. So we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, it's funny because my other main campaign that I've been in for a long time is also a pirate campaign or nautical campaign. But we've never had to actually drive our boat. It just sort of happens. It will be a story at least, yes. It always will be that. Um But yeah, so it'll be interesting having to actually be good at driving the boat instead of just being like one of us was a sailor. Surely we know how to drive the boat. And even if we don't, we have a crew full of people who know how to do it maybe even better. So it's never been an issue. Um, but Pathfinder more leans into that kind of thing, I feel, than 5e, where it's just like you simply can do it. Oh, cool. That sounds like an awesome character. Ah, demon stuff? That's cool. I always wanted to be in a campaign that has a lot of demon stuff in it, and somehow I never have been. And then I end up putting demons in the games I GM all the time, and everyone's like, why are there fucking bunch of demons here? And I'm like, because I like them. They're cool, I think. Let me have this. Uh, oh my gosh. Hello, Castralia and company. Thank you for the raid and welcome. We're just doing some super chill art time and talking about tabletop games. So that's what's happening. Feel free to stick around or head out if you need to head out after stream. But thank you for coming in. Um, yeah, we're just talking. We're talking about Pathfinder. I'm doing watercolor stuff with some new colors I got. It's Friday. My brain is fried and I'm tired. But it's good to see you. How was your stream? If you if you're sticking around, if you wanna chat at all, you can feel free to let us know how your stream went and how you're doing and all that good stuff. All the good stuff. And I'll just be here playing. I'm basically just playing with colors, which is cool. Um, but yeah, let's see. Okay, so I feel like I kind of fucked that one up a little bit. I added too much water. I'll do moon glow and rose. I'm also doing this in the most, I feel like ADHD way that is possible. Uh, oh, you know what? I do want to adjust the jukebox a little bit because I know what album I want to listen to. Spoiler alert, it is this one that's playing right now, but more. Okay, this is the rose. Does water reactivate the dried stuff for blending? Um, e yes and no. So for watercolors, um, the stuff in your palette can usually be, or it can pretty much always be reactivated. Um, but once it's on the paper and has started drying, it watercolor doesn't reactivate very much. A little bit, like a teeny tiny bit. And if the paper is still wet, it'll blend. But if you put down a layer of watercolor and let it like totally dry, hang on, I can't listen to the song right now. This is a really funny song. Okay, no, that's fine. I'll let it. Uh, but if you put down a layer of watercolor and let it dry, if you paint over it, it will not reactivate most of the time or not very much. Gouache, however, I have learned because I've been using gouache more lately. Gouache super reactivates and does blend because I think it's because I'm kind of talking out of my ass on this one, but I'm pretty sure the reason is because in watercolors the color soaks into the paper more. Um, and in gouache it like sits on top of the page more. Um, it's gouache, Gouche. No, Gouache. Uh, Gouache is like watercolor, but more opaque and um, more pigmented, I guess you might say. Or the pigments of gouache are bigger, so they're a lot more opaque and I think more vibrant generally as well. Um, Watercolor is can be pretty subtle and sort of light, but gouache is pretty thick and you can water it down, but it's sort of meant to be used more um more like acrylic a little bit. But it blends really well and it reactivates with water, which acrylic does not do. Um and I've been really enjoying using gouache because it's very forgiving because you can reactivate it with water, but you can also layer stuff on top. So if you make a mistake, you can usually just make the mistake go away, which is pretty cool. Um, Either by just sort of erasing it with water or painting just over it and covering it up. Um, I would show you the gouache things that are in this sketchbook, except I don't think I can show them on Twitch. Wait, there's one that's fine. There's one that's not sexy. Um, but I have to find it. So hang on. Cute. Okay, yeah. So this one is gouache, for example. Um, and it's a lot like the paint is thicker than watercolor, and like the pink on her shirt was done after the black. Like I did the black of the shirt and then I layered the pink on top. Gouache is for not safe for work. Right. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And that's what I've been saying this whole time. Thank you for understanding. Mm-hmm. Thick watercolor. Yeah. Evanescence time. Hell yeah. I'm I was born in 2007. Okay. Going all the way down here to the green area. It's an interesting color combo. Somehow Amy Lee makes butt rock into not butt rock. She's amazing. I love her. I'm a huge fan. I've always been a huge fan. But I mean, Evanescence has been coming out with a lot more music in the last year or so because they did that Devil May Cry song, and then they did another one besides this one, and then she did this one with the girlies. So she's been really active. I went back and started listening to Fallen again, um, which is a blast from the past because that was like one of the first. Fallen and Green Day's American Idiot were my first two Baby's first albums. I'm sure that will not surprise you. Um, but yeah, she just has such a good voice. I think they're supposed to have a new album next year, but I don't think it's been officially announced. Oh, then there's this. Okay, well, it's just my life. I didn't know they were still doing music. I didn't know that either. But then what I discovered was that um they had done at least one like full album that I totally missed. I don't know when it came out. Um cuz they did Fallen and then they did the next one which I don't remember what it was called, but it was sort of still when I was in that emo mode in 8th grade or something. Um And then, but they had at least one more that was like came out a couple of years ago, which I totally didn't know about. And yeah, I think that they are planning on releasing a new one next year. So the more you know, truly, the more you know. See, I tried to get into Nightwish, and I do like their music. Like, I don't dislike them by any means, but I don't know. Evanescence always just had like that little that little special something. But that might just be because it was one of my first albums, which I feel like affect what. Oh no, I'm sorry. Okay, this song, I can't help but think of when I was streaming. I don't think you were there. I don't think this one was one you were there for, but I did a stream a while ago where I might have been listening to K-pop Demon Hunters. No, we can't listen to Sleep Token right now. We just can't. Um I might have been listening to K-pop Demon Hunters or someone asked me about it and there was a teen in the chat which I didn't know that they were teen. Um when they started talking to me, but they were very into K-pop Demon Hunters. Much respect for this teen. I am not casting shade on them, but they were so into K-pop Demon Hunters, and I was like, there's no way this person is not like in middle school, because if I had known about K-pop Demon Hunters when I was in middle school, this is how I would have been. And eventually it was revealed to me that yes, they were basically that age. And I had to be like, I'm so sorry, can't be in here, but I hope that they are having such a good time. Um but yeah, it was one of those things where I was just like, I know that I would have been the most crazy person if K-pop Demon Hunters had come out when I was that age, because um yeah, it just would yeah, it just would have been a thing. Um Sometimes this is just how life is. Oh my god. I just know these colors are gonna look so pretty together. Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah. Yeah, I genuinely do like it. But as an adult, I can like it a normal amount instead of so much. But the music is really good. It's catchy. Okay, I'm gonna remove that from the queue, and I'm gonna remove that from the queue. There are some songs that I will allow to um throw shade at me, but there are some songs that it is I will never let anyone know that I like that song. Okay. Like, hey, I did one whole row of rows. That's fun. Yeah, as a kid, I the enthusiasm meter can truly go so crazy. Um I was definitely in that mode. It does kind of. Yeah, I the watermelon vibes, I agree. It's very sort of floral as well. Like a little rose garden or something. Yeah, very watermelony. Okay, sounds good. Have a good dinner and a good rest of your evening. It was lovely to hang out with you, and I'll see you later. Have a good night. These two look really pretty together too. The jadeite and the lavender. Like that a lot. Hey Kai, how's it going? Welcome in. I'm just doing some chill painting time. So it's like extremely chill in here. I mean, the music is not the chillest music. I have my 2025 music shuffle on. Oh my gosh, you just got out of bed. I respect that. Could not be me. I'm far too much of an early bird for that, even if I didn't have work. But yeah, I was just telling one of my pallies about our Pathfinder game and musing upon how I need to draw my character this weekend. Um, which I've been percolating a lot since Tuesday on what I want him to look like. So I'm gonna have to get busy. I hope he'll turn out dope as fuck. Although I think he's kind of a loser, which I think is great. But I don't know. You ever want to just make a hot guy who's kind of a loser? That's what I'm doing. Um, but yeah, I'm really pumped. Designing new characters is always fun. And I have some other assorted drawings that I've been wanting to do, but I wanted to wait until I got this set of new colors to finish them up, and so I'm pretty excited. Sometimes you just want it to be a disaster. Exactly. Um, I felt like I kind of had to be a disaster because um right now in my other game, I'm currently dealing with the aftermath of my character being like everyone's dad and to I don't think I personally don't think Suma is competent. He's kind of a girl fail in my opinion, but everyone else doesn't seem to think so. And so I needed to make a character who people will think is a girl fail. That is my hypothesis. But it's all good. Um, this accidentally, I do not know how this pink stuff ended up over here. That's not what I want. So I'm just gonna try to erase it a little bit. We will fail in the best ways. And you know what? I think that's great. But yeah, how are you this morning slash evening? What are you up to? What's going on? Hopefully that's erased just enough to where I can sort of just let it be there. me over it. Ah! I bonked my mic. Ooh. This is wisteria and, okay, it's going to be wisteria and blue, so that should be interesting. Oh, I didn't know that there was a big Cloudflare crash. That sounds intense. It must not have affected anything that I'm aware of. I don't know what sorts of things it affected, but that's pretty intense. But yeah, that's exciting. Prepping for a one-shot. Very cool. I hope you have fun. Cyberpunk, another game I have not played, but sounds so cool. I was just joking with some of my friends last night because I have the game that I run on Thursdays, and I was like, so we won't be playing on Christmas, which is a Thursday. And then I was like, but what if Krampus one shot though? Which honestly, I mean I won't do it on Christmas, but I am kind of like maybe I should do a Krampus one shot of some kind with somebody. Um One of my things that I want to do next year, one of my New Year's resolutions in advance, which I don't know if I will get to do, but I do genuinely desire to do, is to like run more one shots for people. I certainly don't have enough time in my life to run more campaigns, but I do want to run more one shots. Yeah, a Krampus horror one shot sounds so cool. I could see it being like a D&D or Pathfinder style thing, but I could also see running a Krampus one shot in um like the Alien RPG or something that is sort of designed for horror. Could be interesting, but I haven't fleshed out that idea enough. But it does sound cool. I know a million people must have done it. I'm sure people have written up what they've done. Probably steal some of that. But yeah, so that is definitely something I want to do in the new year, is playing more games, because I like them so much and then I just never do them. Oh no, no, no. I can't listen to this right now. Oh wait, no, this is not the song I thought it was. I can listen to this. I always get this song confused with another one that I have to be in a specific mood for. Yeah, I love like you said, like I love playing in a campaign and um like long form stuff where you get to really know the characters like really well over a long period of time. It's like really special to me, but it takes so much time. And like especially when I want to get to know more games. Um Hello, welcome in. Say yes. Um, oh, but like when I want to get to know more game systems besides just 5e, because if I'm gonna like be running campaign stuff, I'm gonna be fucking 5e because that's the only thing I know how to play. So I want to get to know more systems, and I feel like the only way I can do that is one shots because I'm like, okay, I've committed to these 3 hours where I will do this, and then that's it. That's it. But yeah, I just need more games, more TTRPGs in my life. Uh, the trick is to run an anthology. That way you can run a bunch of different systems but have them loosely connected. That is a really cool idea. Do you have any like ones that you know of? Because I know of the concept of an anthology, but I can't off the top of my head think of like what of any specific ones. But I mean, I know they must exist. Also, thank you for listening to my. I typed so much message to you earlier. Uh, yeah, and yeah, like a TTRPG anthology specifically. I just don't know that much about it. Um, but yeah, I was just gonna say I thanks for listening to all of my typing from earlier because I really I get really in the zone when I'm making a new character and but you know you know yeah, yeah. I'll just have to do some research, I guess, because I yeah, I don't know what I would do. I think if I were gonna do some one shots, I mean, I have like a lot of things that I've gotten through. I mean, you know how Itch.io does all those bundles for like good causes every so often, and I have a ton of like one page TTRPGs that I've gotten through that. I have several that I have kickstarted over the years that I just never got around to. Um, I really want to try Draw Steel. I really want to try Alien. I really want to try. Um, what is the other one that I have that I kickstarted that I can't remember what it is? Oh, Thirsty Sword Lesbians. Um, like and then I just a bunch of other like random one page or like couple of pages ones. There's a couple of mecha ones that I've been interested in trying. I want to try Ether Nexus too. I mean, just the concept is so good for Thirsty Sword Lesbians, but I haven't, and I'm not like that into the because I think it's powered by the Apocalypse, or Apocalypse Keys is one that I really want to try. Apocalypse Keys sounds so cool. I've read through it a little bit, and I really want to try that one. Um, but yeah, so it's just that's a small example of the things that I kind of like want to try, but just haven't gotten around to it. And oh, what is the part that makes you not want to watch anymore? I mean, I guess I shouldn't ask that because I haven't. I've been wanting to start that show, but I haven't actually started it yet. So I actually probably shouldn't ask you what part that is. Because I don't know what happens in it. Yeah, if it's a trigger warning thing, you can feel free to call it out. Um, Ew. That's unfortunate. I didn't realize. I didn't realize that was in there. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that's fair. That's not one of the things that would like rule something out for me, like trying to watch it, but it is unfortunate that it's there still. Um, so interesting. Good to know, I guess, ahead of time anyway, just to be prepared. What's the other color? Oh, jade. Yes. Yeah. Hope you all are doing okay this evening. I am truly just playing with colors. I am not doing anything that requires brain power because it's Friday and I don't have any of that anymore. So, um I prepared a sketch in the thought that I might start painting said sketch at some point during the stream, but I just want to combine pretty colors. It does. I feel like that kind of thing is very subjective, right? Like your headspace, your personal experience, and also how it's treated by the media, because some media can treat it, it's never good, but they can treat it with respect at least, and some media do and some don't. And it's really hard when you don't know which it's gonna be. Um, but yeah. So it's always good just to have the preparedness to know that like that's something that you might be dealing with, and being able to decide whether or not you are willing to engage with it or not. Something that I did not realize until later in life. Okay, next, let's fill out this row up here. It's this one. I want to put my hand down. I've already put my hand down over an area far too many times already. I don't want to do that anymore. And then the rose and the wisteria I already did one of, so I just have one more in this row, and then we're good. And we're Gucci. Moonglow and wisteria. I feel like I should have done the wisteria first, but that is not what I did. Sorry about that. I'm very slowly getting rid of this residual cough that I've had for a while. I am very glad to be feeling like a human again this week, because the last couple of weekends I was sort of just like lying there waiting for it to pass. But I'm finally starting to feel like a human again, which is good. And this weekend, I think I might be able to do a stream either tomorrow night or Sunday afternoon/evening. I don't know what it will be yet. It might be art, it might be supplementary Mass Effect. But my partner will be out and busy on both evenings, so I would love to hang out here some more, and maybe I'll actually have a drawing to work on, because I basically have been making myself like a little coloring book in a way with this sketchbook, because now that I figured out how to use, or not how, now that I have and am able to use the light pad, I am able to translate drawings from, like, I can do them in Procreate and then put them in the sketchbook as basically just line art, and then, you know, color them traditionally. And so I have almost just been making like a little coloring book of Procreate sketches translated into this sketchbook, um, which is pretty fun. But a lot of the ones that I have been putting are not allowed on Twitch, so I'm gonna have to do some serious, I'm gonna have to do some drawings that are not nude. Oh, really? Horrible adapters? That is interesting. I have not experienced that with mine. Mine is the only one I've used, so I do not know how other ones are, but luckily I feel like I have not had that issue, although I have only had to charge it a few times because it. John Twitch, you've been drawing titties on my Christian streaming service? Yes, John. I have. Or, you know, what I could do too is I could just stream on Picarto instead and not on Twitch. And fuck John Twitch. Uh, just kidding. Just kidding, John. I never said that. Uh, yes, Kai. I have not used Picarto yet, but I think that I probably should try it just to see, just for the experiment of it all. Um, but yeah, if it's a weekend stream, um, if it's a weekend stream, I feel like I should maybe party and do naughty art on stream. I don't think anyone would come, but well, sorry. Maybe they. I'm gonna stop talking now. I don't want to make the joke anymore that I was gonna make. I don't want to make it anymore. I've decided, actually, I do not. Hmm. Okay. What am I gonna do? Serpentine and the Paraline Violet. Let's do that. Fortunately, I have to type because the joke I made out loud was wild. I wish that I knew what it was. I can only imagine truly what it might have been. But my imagination is extremely um active, and so I can imagine many things. Yeah, the auto mod would be probably pretty angry, but just know that I liked it. uh, but yeah, I'll look later. Look later. I'm so close to being done with this friggin' chart. This chart was it seemed like such a good idea at the beginning of the stream, and now I am tired of looking at colors. I have too many colors. But they're so beautiful though. They're such beautiful colors. I don't even mind. I don't even care. I just want to be done. Okay, so Perline and Jade. It does look super pretty. I am really happy with the ones that I got. Um, it. I was saying before you got here, I think that it was like a very intentional choice to get all of the colors that I ended up landing on because I chose most of them based on like the characters that I draw the most and um wanting to make sure that I have the right shade of purple to draw my girlies. And so and they are very accurate to because I was really worried that like I would see the color on the website where I was buying them and think that the color was one way and then yeah, I will call them blorbos. I saw a Tumblr post meme the other day, not the other day, it was this morning, that was like thinking about the character and calling it Pondering My Blorb, which I feel like is very accurate. Um, oh no, the green is bleeding, and who could ever have foreseen that would happen? But yeah, I needed the colors specifically to draw my blorbos with, and my research paid off, and I'm very happy with that. So that's all I wanted to say about that. It's good, right? I saw it over pictures of Deep Space Nine characters and was like, yeah, these are also my blorbos, but I also have so many other blorbos as well that it could apply to. It could really apply to so many characters, but I saw it over a set of Deep Space Nine characters. Deep Space Nine for sure. I have not seen Love in Deep Space. I'm very much a Deep Space Nine girly is a fact about me. I'm a huge Deep Space Nine enthusiast. Yeah, no, I don't even know that I could tell you what Love in Deep Space is. Um, Legitimately, I don't think I know much about it at all. Oh, hold a message for sex-based terms. Wow, thanks, Automod. I've never heard of bondage before. Automod does crave the... Yeah. Wait, it's the gacha with the bondage boys that made yaoi illegal? Okay, I know less about this. The peanuts! Oh my god. I clearly know less about Love in Deep Space than I even comprehended. I assumed it was some sort of Netflix show or something. How wrong was I? God damn. Bondage Boys? What the fuck is this? I clearly don't know anything about this. Wow. I gotta do my research. I gotta learn my cultural references. I know it's a gacha where you collect hyper straight men in space. Why would I do that? Collecting collecting men in space is one thing. Collecting a hyper straight men is ew, they did? We do not condone fan works of our characters engaging homosexual relationships. Wow. That's incredible. In a horrible way. I did not know that. Oh my god. Oh my god. Automod hates. Can I allow bondage? Can I tell Automod that bondage is fine and good actually? Oh, really? Does it automod trans? And then they made some of the first ones a bondage puppy and a mermaid. Yeah, no, that's so true. Yeah, it took me a minute. Yes, you're so right. You're so right. But unfortunately, John Twitch is a prude, so we can't have nice things anymore. Yes, please send me the boys because do the here's my question. Do the boys like need help? Are they okay? And would they like to be liberated from their source material? I guess is what I'm asking. Because some characters do deserve to be liberated from their source material. Not everybody. Some don't, but some do. And who am I to judge? Kai, you're so worldly. I don't I don't know anyone like that. I don't I don't know interesting people. Unless they live secret lives that I am not aware of, which I respect. I get a good picture in my mind. I think I need to live a more exciting life, honestly. Everyone should know at least one active dominatrix that makes your life better. I would believe that. I would believe that. Alternatively, I should just become the dominatrix that I want to see in the world. But I don't think that's very me. But you know, who knows? Who knows what could happen in the distant future? Thank you for believing in me. Let's see. Oh, I said I wasn't gonna listen to Spirit Box, but then I did. I want the violet. Yay! Oh, thank you for the boy delivery. I will go look at them momentarily. Let me see. Spirit Box is so good. Thank you for validating me. I love them so much. Let me see these boys. Ah, what? These boys are not straight. What are you talking about? Maybe the second guy is a little straight. The first guy is definitely not straight. The first guy is straight out of a Danmei. And I don't make the rules. So that's what I think. Yeah. They might already be. There's you can't prove that they are not, is what I think. Um it makes me think about, so the art style makes me think of, there's a gacha like fashion game called God, what is it called? I I've watched so many episodes. It's not Nikki. It's, what is it called? Um, Life Makeover. It's called Life Makeover, and all of the like dress up stuff is women only. Like they don't have male models. It's like a dress up game only for women. And thusly the like stories that they write, like the lore, is so Yuri coded because all of the characters are women because they're highlighting female characters because they only have female outfits. And so like one of their like outfit events was like angel versus demon or whatever. It is similar, I think, to Nikki, but it's not it, but it's very similar to it. Um, and so like one of the outfit events was like angel versus demon, and it was an angel girl and a demon girl, and they were rivals, and roommates, and it's so. Oh really? I see. I don't know that much about Nikki. Is the problem? So I don't know if there's Yuri coding in that. But it sounds like there might be. But it's a, to continue my thought, it's a Chinese game, and because there is, censorship of homosexuals in Chinese media, like it's not explicit ever. It's only the fact that it is, you can't read it any other way besides Yuri. Even though it officially is not, but it also is. Homosexuals. I really liked Nikki until they broke it. What did they do? I am curious because I've heard of it, um, but I never played it myself. They redid the tutorial and decided they wanted to fill it up with crap that made it run bad, like AI upscaling junk. Ew! And it's hard to disable. Fart sounds. Man. That sucks. Not totally surprising considering what I have seen of it, but that is pretty disappointing. Oh my god, I only have three. I can count 3 squares left. It's a huge, huge moment. Shadow Violet and Jade. The Shadow Violet, I don't think I really understand. It's like kind of weird and indescribable. Okay. Moon Glow and Paraline. The Moon Glow is really pretty. I feel like the Moon Glow is like a better version of the Shadow Violet, but that feels like shade, and I don't want to cast shades on these colors besides the fact that they are a shade of color. Companies have been so stinky lately. The best time to get into Cyberpunk. Yeah, companies really are doing somehow both the most and the least. And I don't know how they manage that, but whoa, that's crazy. A husky voiced older woman. You are my special star. I will protect you. Husky voiced older woman wishes she was Selene calling you little star in Hades 2. No, that's true. That's true. I don't know her, so. Yeah, we all do need that in our life. Sadly, many of us do not experience this, but should. Oh, hell yeah! I'm done! I'm done with the freaking colors! Uh... Now, I think, if I am not mistaken, yeah, everyone should have been paired up because of the way that graphs work. So I think I've done all the available combos, which is good. We need a butch. Why did I say butch? What the fuck? We need a butch older woman who maybe smokes a tea cigarette now and then and dresses like a daddy dom with a bob to stomp on her throat. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Yeah, it's true. It's not just you. I think we all need that. Ew, wait. Why is Taylor Swift playing? No way. Um, well, I think my brain fell out of my body. I think it's time to go away and have I don't know if I need coffee or what I need, but I think I burnt out my brain mixing colors and thinking about witches. My husband was in a group chat with some other folks, and uh they were all talking about Thanksgiving, and I think we just established what you don't call me out. They were talking about what everyone was doing for Thanksgiving, and the one of the people in the group chat was saying how they were going to a butcher shop to get, like, specific cut of meat for Thanksgiving or whatever. But what they meant was butcher shop, but what they said was butch shop. And my partner was like, I am so sorry about you are trying to talk about this thing, but now I can only think about the butch shop and how I wish that there was a butch shop that we could all go to. And yeah, I also wish I also am thinking about the butch shop, um, as we all must do. The butch shop is definitely a mechanic, right? Yeah, I think probably so. Yeah. Which Butch Mechanic is a TTRPG character that I have always wanted to play, but I haven't found the right game for her yet. I don't know where she lives. I know that she's waiting in the wings somewhere. Um, I don't know where she is, but I will find her someday. The Butch Cafe is like a cat cafe. Probably Monster of the Week or something. Yeah, either Monster of the Week or something cyberpunky. Um, yeah. What about a modern fantasy setting? I think she can live wherever. I don't know, I feel like you can't give a Butch digital tech. Um, depends. Depends. I think that I'm thinking of, like, not like cyberpunk. Well, like, I don't know how to describe what I'm thinking of. Uh I'm thinking of, like, mecha fantasy. Like, I'm thinking like BattleTech, like a BattleTech Butch is what I'm thinking of, I think. Um Oban Star Racers. I don't know that. Once again, my unculturedness shows itself. But I'm Googling now. It does appear to be an anime, yes. The aesthetic is pretty cool. When she fixes up your robot and calls you hun. uh, yeah, something like that. Yeah, let me see. It is an English language French Japanese anime television series, is what Wikipedia says. But the aesthetic is very cool. I like the aesthetic of the ships. It's interesting. It's sort of Ghibli a little bit, but also not. Even if it's aggressively straight in a YA kind of way. Some some people can get a pass if you do it well enough. Sometimes you can get a pass on that. They at least gave me bishies so I can chew on it. Good, good, good. That's good. Yeah. Um, my current thing that I have been watching that I need to finish is Moribito. I don't I don't think I don't remember who recommended it to me. It was someone in a stream chat sometime. But uh Moribito is so good and Balsa is awesome. Speaking of, I don't know if I would call her butch. I feel like she's not really a butch, but she's just the coolest woman to ever live. So it's fine. I'm on episode like 4 or 5 of that, and I can handle aggressively straight if the woman is hot enough. I will win her over. You know, I believe in you. I believe in your powers of persuasion. No. I'm sorry that a straight strapped up dongle happened to you. That's really sad. I will have to send you some more messages so that the boys that you sent me are not the last thing that we have to look at in our Discord chat now. Cuz now they're just there forever and ever. Also, Kai, I just saw your Discord message that you sent me for later from before, and thank you. Thank you so much. Um, I appreciate it. All right. I'm free like so often. Just send me whatever the fuck. I will. I will find something to send you, or I will think of something. Um, this time it will not be a penis tree because that was my crime from before. Was sending uh the penis tree to the chat, and then it was there for a ridiculously long time, and then it got awkward for me to be looking at. Um, so I'll find something else. Penis tree. Yeah. Such is life. Well, I had a very lovely time um on this stream and chatting with you all. I think I need, in lieu of finding a Dommy Butch, I think I need coffee or food possibly. So I gotta go. um but thank you for hanging out with me. It's been a pleasure, truly. And I will find some other materials to wipe the history clean, and I will also send some more backstory if I can think of it. If I can think of something good. But yeah. And I'll be back, I don't know, sometime. So yeah, I don't know if tomorrow or Sunday, but thank you. And I will have probably not much luck clearing my brain out, but I will try my best. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later and have a lovely rest of your evening slash weekend. But yeah, adios for now.